Hello everyone. Today I want to share Genesis chapter 39. Uh, Joseph is in Egypt, and Joseph's officer was a Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, and then the captain of the guard and an Egyptian. And then Joseph's influence in Potiphar's house, his master Bodhivas knew that God blessed him because of Joseph. Okay, so Joseph was a slave in the Egypt, but his ability proved that God blessed Potiphar because of Joseph. So in Joseph's position, uh, Joseph was sold as a servant, but he became the overseer of a Potiphar's house. And then, do you know why it happened? Because the Lord was with Joseph. And then the Lord blessed the Egyptians' house for Joseph's sake. These two verses tell us that God visualized his presence by blessing Joseph. Also, God protected Joseph wherever he was. So Joseph was sold as a slave, but God was with him. And God visualized his presence by blessing him. So Bodhiva's wife, she followed her secular desire. However, Joseph followed God's way. This is a big difference. And she was not faithful to her husband, but Joseph was very faithful to God, his master, and his responsibility. That's why Joseph refused to Potiphar's wife. Also, she made the innocent Joseph guilty, right? When Joseph refused her, but he refused to doing faithless deeds. So we can see very big difference between Bodhiva's wife and the Joseph. And then I hope all Christians works like Joseph. But the consequence of Joseph's faithful decision was not good in our eyes. Potiphar put Joseph in jail. But though he was in jail, we can see that he was well because God was with him. You know why? The Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. Because the Lord was with him, whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. So Joseph was well because God was with him wherever he was. So how will you feel if you are in trouble, though you obey God's word, right? When you obey God's word, you may expect that God make everything perfect. However, though you obey God's words, you are in trouble, especially you are in trouble to obey God's word. How would you feel? What will you do if you are in trouble, though you obey God's word? So let us see there are many ups and downs in Joseph's life. He was sold and became a servant, but he became a overseer. And also, the better thing is he was very competent, right? So we can see his life move toward ups, but we also see the downs. He was very competent, but because Bodhiva's wife tempted him many times, so it would be very stressful to avoid Bodhiva's wife, right? The worst is that because of her, he was in jail. So we see the many downs in his life. However, though he was in jail due to her, he got prison keeper's favor. It is bad, right? But better than worse. And then the other one is he was successful. Though he was in jail, he was successful. So I regard it as ups in his life. So um, Joseph had ups moment. Joseph had the downs, and then he also another down ups in his life. So we see that his life was not perfect, but it moved toward the ups. So let's do the critical thinking. If Joseph accepted the Potiphar's wife, he would not be in jail. However, in the end, he would be more terrible situation than being in jail. If Joseph harmed himself or abandoned his faith, he would keep doing destructive and risky behaviors, right? But it is worse. Joseph was sold as a servant but became an overseer. Later, because he worked faithfully, not did risky behavior, Joseph refused the Bodhivas' wife, so he was in jail. However, he continually received God's grace even in jail. That is much better than just accept Bodhivar's wife. So do not fear like this. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both the soul and body in hell. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. We can see Matthew chapter 10, verse 28 in Joseph's life. He did not fear those who can kill body, but he feared God who can destroy both the soul and body in the hell. So what will you do if you are in trouble though you obey God's word? First of all, do what is right in God's eyes. Do critical and faithful thinking. Third, be productive and not destructive, though your situation is hopeless. So through these things, all this effort will lead you to the better future and help you to be well and resilient even in trouble. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you.